Hello, this is the Fallen Dragon Knight, and welcome to the Reign of Megatrons, my Megatron review series. As you can see, I have a new setup here, which is just basically this playmat that I got from a lot of Relic Knight minis that I traded for. And I think it might be a good idea to use this for a lot of my Transformers reviews because it gives a nice little setting. I do want to get a proper background, but let us get on with the Reign of Megatrons. This is going to be a series of 4 reviews, and it all depends on if Customs doesn't screw me over, because I have an order coming in. It's currently ping-ponging around the country, and I'm waiting for it to come in. It was supposed to come in on June 4th, and it is currently June 7th. Considering what it is and where it came from, I am very concerned if it will even get here. But enough about that. We are looking at our first Megatron, and it is the Combiner Wars Megatron, which is done in a very nice silver paint. It is worth mentioning this tank version of Megatron was also resculpted and repainted to look like the Armada version of Megatron. But I do not have that because I have this and I don't really need it. Now then, it does have treads, but they don't really want to work too well. I mean, there's some good friction here, but these just don't really like to work. As for the turret, I am actually surprised when I first got this that the turret actually works, considering what these turn into. But it also makes it a little floppy in robot mode, which you will see in a little bit. Because as you can see, I'll just partially transform it. There is a moving disc in there, and there are the 2 hinges there. Now then, you may also notice there are Minicon ports across the entire tank, because again, this was also remolded to be the Armada version. Now then, don't like this whole section back here. You can untab this. This is a fan mode, and you just pop that in like so, which cleans it up kind of nicely, gives an H-tank look to the repaint, but you cannot turn the turret. This locks it in place, although that's kind of an exaggeration because that doesn't really tab into place. Now then, there is a gun mode to this that is a fan transformation. It's not all that great, but hey, it is kind of sort of a gun mode. So we'll start with transforming him. So we click these in place like so. We bend these joints down like so. Flip these out, which you can probably tell is the robot mode feet. We fold this section down and back like so. And yeah, that's supposed to be gun mode. Not all fan transformations are created equal. Some are good. Some like this are kind of you tried. Maybe folding that in kind of works better. Kind of looks like some sort of weird sci-fi tool of some kind. Maybe something Isaac Clarke from Dead Space would be using to dismember necromorphs or something, but forget it. Let's actually transform this. We'll pull these sections out and split this down the middle and fold this down. There you see Megatron's head in there. And we fold up the crotch piece and make sure it tabs in. We'll straighten the legs. He stands up like he's supposed to. You can see when we transformed into gun mode, we already got him into most of his transformation as it is. We all have to do now is flip these over and rotate and flip this piece out. And there we have Combiner Wars Megatron. We can combine these two to make a second gun for him. And let's move him back so I can get him all in frame. He's not a bad Megatron. He is definitely G1 looking, but he's not all that great because, as you can see, those shoulders are very floppy. They don't really have much friction to them, and I don't recall if there's any way to fix that. However, the rotation is on a good ratchet, so it can hold. But if you put it up too high, it just makes his shoulder kind of look weird because his shoulders are a little low on his body. Should be a lot higher, but then again, that's the sacrifice for transformation. There is some nice light piping in his head, and it is on a ball joint, so it's not on a ball joint, it's on a double hinge. Hinge there and a swivel there. His wrists are swiveled. There is some good elbow to that. As for this, that's how it's supposed to be in transformation, but as you can see, that's not really holding in too well. I think that's more due to age, really. And seriously, a lot of people just swing it around like this, and that looks more like the fusion cannon we remember from G1. You can keep it in that position, but it's just better that way. As for his waist, he does have a bit of a swivel, but this hinders it. Now then, as I said, the remold was supposed to be Armada Megatron, and according to that, the shoulder pieces are supposed to be up like that if you have the Armada version, which, sorry, this thing just doesn't tab in as well as it used to. Again, age of the thing. And with that, we get a better waist rotation. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes all the way around, but I'm not going to try it. His knees, not even 90 degree, I would say, and his toes only have the transformation hinge, and they are not slanted or have any rock to them. I do know there were possibly third-party kits, but since that was so long ago, I'm not sure if those kits are even available anymore. Anyway, that is basically this entire Megatron. What do I think about him? He's not really that bad. He does have flaws, but for the most part, he was a pretty good addition to the Combiner Wars line as a leader class. Now then, we got 3 more Megatrons to go. 2 if the mail just decides to screw me over, but anyway, we will go to the next one. See you later.